Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start by talking Barcelona beats Real Madrid 4-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu. Que baile, Lamine Eduque. And dude, I got no words. Incredible feeling, incredible scenes. And I want to ask you guys, which are you picking? Choose one. Do you pick the performance against Bayern Munich or do you pick the performance against Real Madrid? Which one was better? Let me know. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And it feels so good to be a Barcelona fan again, dude. It feels amazing. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. You don't even believe it. So I'm gonna start off right away by just saying, dude, what an amazing performance. Such the collective. Every single individual player played at incredible levels. And it's not like Barcelona did not suffer against Real Madrid. The first half, Real Madrid had plenty of chances, but Hansi Flick had one idea in mind, and that was keeping them offside. And Barcelona execute that perfectly. And now they go back to Catalonia with these extra 3 points in the table. On screen right now, you're gonna be able to see the La Liga table. Barcelona right now are, with 11 games played, up there with 30 points. That's a 6-point difference from Real Madrid, who are the second one in this table. That's a tremendous victory. It's such a boost for Barcelona. And really, we're talking about a team that it's not stopping down. Really, the hierarchy of this team, it's moving up, it's exponentially growing, and every single player is, with every game, getting better. Marc Casado today had an incredible game, and we're gonna go over every single player later on in this video, but let's start off right away with the lineups. I want to talk the lineups because Hansi Flick surprised me, and do not worry, guys, we're gonna cover absolutely everything in this video. So first of all, let's take a look at what both teams started to play. Hansi Flick decided to go with Iñaki Peña. Of course, we knew that he was gonna start, and my god, I'm just gonna make a time for Iñaki Peña right now. What a performance from Iñaki Peña. Really, Iñaki Peña, out of this world. Iñaki Peña, such an incredible goalkeeper, really, because he has turned this around. What a comeback, dude. What a comeback. He made crucial saves against Bayern Munich, and today he showed really why he's a good backup keeper. Like, really, he showed himself up to the occasion, saved chances after chances from Kylian Mbappe in the second half. Iñaki Peña, what a goat. You take for me, really, I'll give the man of the match to Iñaki Peña. I really do not care. I'm far beyond words giving it to Iñaki Peña because what he did kept us in the game. So anyhow, the team went as follows. Alejandro Valde as a left back, Íñigo Martínez, Pau Cubarsí, and Jules Koundé. All of an incredible performance, and we're gonna talk about it. Pedri, Marc Casado as the two double pivots. Fermín López, who didn't have the best of games, but certainly covered a lot of ground that helped Barcelona during that first half. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. And of course, up top, Robert Lewandowski. Ancelotti, on the other hand, went with the following. They lined up with André Lunin as the goalkeeper, Lucas Vázquez as the right back, Eder Militao, Antonio Rudiger, Ferland Mendy. In the middle of the park, they went with Jude Bellingham as a right midfielder, Federico Valverde, Aurélien Tchouaméni, and Eduardo Camavinga, with Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe as the two main strikers up top. So what does this mean? Basically, I thought that Hansi Flick decided to go with Fermín because he knew this first half was going to be very, very crucial. When you have players of Real Madrid's quality, right from the get-go, they're going to try to blast through, and that's precisely what Real Madrid tried. And let's be honest, the momentum of Real Madrid in this game was superb, really. Those first 45 minutes, they were relentless in attack. But Barcelona, and this is where I wanted to mention, all the defenders here, they did an incredible job. Because at the start, not dissimilar to Bayern Munich, for instance, Bayern Munich were also attacking, you know, with the high line. They were taking advantage of that high line from Barcelona, and then Barcelona looked very vulnerable. But in this turn of events, I think he really Hansi Flick, I really wouldn't be surprised if Hansi Flick went to the training ground in these 2 days and literally just trained with the defense. What he did constantly was so that Íñigo Martínez led the offline, and every single time they were perfect. I mean, by millimeters, but they were perfect. I started to think, oh, we're getting lucky here. Oh, we're getting lucky. Mbappe is really fast, Vinicius as well. Oh, we're gonna get caught out. But no, because when you do it consistently, it's no longer a fluke. It means it's a tactic. It means it's intended. And Barcelona did this incredible. Arrigo Sacchi up there in the sky is going to be saying, my goodness, that's an incredible way to make the offside try happen. He would have been very, very proud. Barcelona, I haven't seen in a while potentially a situation like this where there were so many offsides. I mean, in total, in this game, let me see if I can find it for you guys. In total, there are 12 offsides for Real Madrid and 1 for Barcelona. This is more than the game of Argentina against Arabia Saudita of Saudi Arabia in the World Cup. I mean, and that game was incredible and is well known for their offsides. And this is particularly in a way what Barcelona did. Of course, they're not Saudi Arabia. They're far better, but my goodness, they did this with Íñigo Martínez and Pau Cubarsí, a 17-year-old kid in the defense. Like, oh, this is going mad. This is crazy. Likewise, like I mentioned in the preview, a reason why I wouldn't have started Fermín López was because I thought that his ability on the ball was not going to be perhaps as beneficial or crucial when it came to the first half. But I didn't know that Barcelona were gonna, let go of the ball that much during the first 45 minutes. So then it made a lot of sense. Fermín is featured than Dani Olmo. He's featured than Frankie de Jong, and he runs more than both of them combined. So I think that Fermín López was very good, and there were certain chances, like Fermín had one chance that Eder Militao intercept from a pass from Rafinha. So there was the opportunity for Fermín López to score, and he's very good, on running up those spaces. And Fermín would have been key. Like I tell you, Barcelona would have scored more goals in the second half if Fermín came after the fourth goal. That's a guarantee. That's an absolute guarantee. Barcelona would have scored more. But anyhow, Fermín did an incredible job regardless. Kudos to him. He was, I would say, the weakest link of the team, but he has such an important responsibility for keeping this team as well and helping them constantly, defending, such mobility in this midfield. For Pedri, who's not normally, a deep line playmaker, he did incredibly well, and the same with Marc Casador. I think Ancelotti got it wrong here, and I'm going to criticize him very heavily. I think he got it very, 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 very wrong because Ancelotti was, he's a pragmatic manager. He likes to nullify, for instance, the opposition first. And he saw what Barcelona do, pressing up very highly and always pressing the passer. He decided to go with Jude Bellingham to, of course, help Lucas Vázquez, who's not the best right back in the world and certainly one of the worst when it comes to defending and tracking. So I think that Jude Bellingham there was, of course, an asset for Ancelotti to help defend Lucas Vázquez. Adoro Camavinga the same at the other side, but you just nullify their attack. I mean, you're not having a wide threat. You're not using the forward as dummy runners. And I mentioned it in the preview, and I think many of you would have anticipated as well. I thought Jude Bellingham was going to be an important, crucial player for Real Madrid, but he just didn't turn up. I mean, he didn't turn up because he was put in a position, and very late on into the second half, where he just needed to worry more about defending and actually being playing forward. And I think that's a very big mistake from Ancelotti, because actually I think that if you saw how preoccupied or how focused were the defenders of Barcelona, like Pau Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez, constantly looking out and handling Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappé, just imagine what would have happened if someone like a Bellingham would have been running as well. Like literally, it was Cubarsí versus Vinicius Jr. and Íñigo Martínez versus Mbappé so many times. And they won because of the offside. But if Bellingham was there, I do not think Casador or Pedri would have been able to track him as good. And I mentioned this. I thought that Marc Casador needed to do that job in this game, but he just didn't, because Ancelotti allowed Casador to play very well with the ball, and the same with Pedri. He allowed Casador and Pedri to have full control of the ball and the circulation of the game and the rhythm and the tempo, everything. He let it have it together, like he didn't put any responsibility on any player to really mark him or pressure those guys. And Casador, for me also, like I said today, had an incredible game. I mean, he had a yellow card, but absolutely insane, dude. This kid can ball. Like, not only defensively, he's incredible, but when it comes to the work rates, when it comes to covering up ground, when it comes to passing the ball and circulating, the ball that he puts for Lewandowski for the first goal, oh my God, what a pass, what a vision! Like, he absolutely penetrates both lines of defense from Real Madrid with just that one ball. An incredible run from Lewandowski, and also you can see how Lewandowski is nodding for Casado to pass him the ball. And my goodness, it was such a good occasion. So I'm pretty happy with what Barcelona were able to do. Really, this first half, Barcelona were really struggling, but they paid dividends in the second one. They paid dividends quite a lot. But you know what, guys? I don't know if you're going to give him credit or not, but for me, the main key aspect of the game, the thing that changed absolutely everything, was the introduction of a certain Dutchman. And I'm talking about Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong was such a pivotal player to Barcelona's win today. Barcelona, at the start of the first half, they were not able to control the ball because they were getting pressured by Real Madrid like crazy. But they were not able to beat that man and then hold on to the ball. They were not able to, be press-proven. They weren't able to, overcome a one-on-one marker, sort of like what Lamine Yamal was doing against Alphonso Davies. Like, we're talking about Ferland Mendy being a far better defender than someone like Alphonso Davies in that sense. And that made it difficult for Lamine Yamal. As soon as, Mendy lost his head after, conceding the first goal because of that mistake, that was a different story. But Barcelona were not having that many clear chances, and we're not having control of the ball like we want to. And that's a very big problem, you know, certainly. So that's where 100% Frankie de Jong came in and revolutionized the game, because Frankie de Jong gave you the time on the ball that you needed, the ability to circulate and progress the ball faster and do triangulations that before we couldn't do. I mean, we just saw the impact of Frankie de Jong quickly in that first goal to allow Casado to be a little more, you know, attack-minded, focused, and also for the triangulation and then the ball to Alejandro Valde. Frankie de Jong was pivotal in this game, kid you not, and he's going to be a tremendous player and asset here in this team. People really do not understand what sort of quality of player we are talking about here, and you need to pay some respects to Frankie de Jong, because today he revolutionized the game, and the very same I can say about Dani Olmo later on, because everything that those two touched was incredible. They progressed the ball with such freedom, and they were key players off the bench. It's good to have a manager now that utilizes the full squad, not only the 11. You know, he knows and he plans the team, the game, to go alongside with the substitutes that he wants to bring in or bring out. And I think that is such a breath of fresh air for Barcelona, that for a long time, I think that we were struggling with just having, you know, I would say 11 players, you know, 11 players plus 3 off the bench maybe, or some rotations here and there, but not a squad. You know what I mean? A full team, a team that can complement each other, and they all work wonderfully. They really did. So guys, so far, if you're enjoying this video, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. It really means the world to me. We're trying to reach 30k subscribers by the end of the year. Fingers crossed we make it. I really do think that if all come together, we can potentially reach that objective. And of course, also let me know in the comment box down below if you have any feedback for me, or you're learning anything new, you think that I should do something else. Let me know. I love the community we are building at the moment, and I have really found the pleasure in that, not the views, you know, the pleasure in building the community with you guys. And I just want to keep in touch with you. So let's make that happen. So far, let's now talk about the goals, because we've been discussing them here and there, but we haven't really gone in depth into every single individual, you know, wonder goal that Barcelona had today. So let's take a look at that. On screen right now, you're going to be able to see the very first goal, that is Lewandowski's goal. Here's Casado. Just look at the ball that he gives to Lewandowski. Look at that. Woo! Mamita. And Lewandowski with the finish. That is very hard to do, honestly, guys. That finish is super hard because you have so much time to think about it, and then you have not too much space between Lunin and the first post, or you could also go with where there's more space, which is Lunin and the far post. But Lewandowski squeezes it in with just a very tight curve. Wonderful from Lewandowski, and world-class striker. I mean, really, he has now, I think he had one less goal than Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo combined, and Jude Bellingham even, because Jude Bellingham hasn't scored a single goal in all season. Like, he hasn't scored a single goal in all competitions, Bellingham, this year. That really tells you something about it. So he just really nullified them, right? He added to the list. Now he's 17 goals. Let's check actually how many goals he's in La Liga right now. He's in the top there. Lewandowski with 14 goals, 2 assists, 11 matches played. Incredible from Barcelona. And Lewandowski, really, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So here, guys, is the second goal from Barcelona. The ball from Frank de Jong, it's incredible. Into Alejandro Valde. Just, guys, as soon as I was recording, they literally cut the copyright. But anyhow, I've been able to find another video here. We have Valde whipping the ball into Robert Lewandowski. And damn, what a position to put the ball in. Like, my goodness, this is the second one, and it's only less than 2 minutes between. That is such a smack on the face of Real Madrid, really. At this moment, I just knew that Barcelona were in such a good position. You know, I just hope that Barcelona could keep themselves, you know, in the game. Like, you don't want at this moment to concede. You don't want to concede. And Iñaki Peña came in clutch, came in absolute clutch when it came to this performance at the moment to keep Barcelona in the game. Here is this first save that we saw in the first half. Like, I mean, Iñaki Peña, my goodness. I know this was given offside at the end of the day, but what a save, dude. What an absolute clutch save. My goodness. I think that Chesney really has made it so Iñaki Peña has risen to a whole nother level. And guys, what is this? What is this, dude? What is this? Did you see that Rafinha at the end of the day did this as well? Like, after he scored his goal, he went like 4. Whoop. We have here some reactions from Iñaki Peña. I hope that you can hear them. Let's see.
Vale, le escuchamos, compañeros.
Very happy. Great difference, great margin.
48 horas, pues físicamente no estábamos al 100% porque la cantidad de esfuerzos que
48 hours ago, we weren't
para
100% because of the game against
ganar
Bayern.
al Bayern de Múnich. Y bueno, al final la segunda parte.
But we
que
came here in the second half.
Más podíamos flaquear físicamente, pues ha sido cuando el equipo ha metido los 4 goles y la verdad.
They managed, like he said that really, it's crucial things from Iñaki Peña here. I'll translate. He says that they really managed their game time because they were very physically exhausted after the first game. So in this second half, maybe Barcelona were doing that, and you will really see it. You know, they were managing their energy. So in the second half, they went full out and incredible stuff. So for me, like I said already, Iñaki Peña, man of the match. He really does deserve this. Even after that, Barcelona had other chances. We know there's a chance from Robert Lewandowski. It always happens that Real Madrid, after something crazy like this, you see on screen, like how can I tell somebody that Lewandowski missed that? You know, he already had 2 goals and none of them, this wasn't a goal. He missed that. It's incredible, really, sometimes. I'm just so happy, but it could have been more. It could have been more. And just so unfortunate, really, that we didn't get more goals. But at this moment, Real Madrid could always come back. You know, there was still plenty of game to go with there. Iñaki Peña kept us in the game, and such a man of the match performance from him because he saved us completely against Mbappe. And very good job from Barcelona because after that we continue attacking and we got more goals. Here's the third goal that came from Lamine Yamal. This is an absolute beauty. Assist from Rafinha, very well driven into Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal with the right foot. And Lamine Yamal showing the braces and saying, "I'm here, papi. I'm here. This is my backyard. This is my backyard." And Lamine Yamal, this is my backyard. Incredible scenes. He also scored with his right. 17 years of age, the youngest ever goal scorer in El Clásico history. Incredible scenes from Lamine Yamal. People were saying, "Oh, he's not appearing in the first half." I don't care, dude. He appears whenever. He always appears. He never goes invisible. Lamine Yamal at 17 years of age, what a talent. I don't have words, adjective to describe what I'm seeing with Lamine Yamal. Incredible stuff. And by this point as well, Daniel already came into the game. And like I mentioned already, I think times before, the ball progression that he has and the ability to just simply transform every single ball that he touches into some deadly opportunity for Barcelona is incredible. It's absolutely out of this world. And last but not least came this goal in the 83rd minute when we have Rafinha one-on-one against Lucas Vázquez. A ball from, if I'm not wrong, Dani Olmo. Then Rafinha with the chip. And where's Mbappe, dude? Where's Mbappe? Rafinha, what a man, dude. What a man. What a goal. What a way to finish this. We could have scored more goals, and I would have liked to score more goals, but this is such a nice, poetic way to end this dance. It really is. You know, scoring the chip that Mbappe missed at the start that was disallowed, and then him saying like this, and then Rafinha going like that. Incredible stuff. I'm just so happy, dude. It's such incredible scenes right now, the Bernabeu. I'm really happy. Ay, Rafinha. Rafinha is so clutch, dude. Rafinha is so clutch. Guys, I want you to put on a tier list. Put on a podium at the moment, guys. Right now. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski all scored. All had incredible performances in this El Clásico. Do me a top 3 list. Do me a top 3 list right now in the comment box down below. Name your top 3 players. Like, of them 3, list them from 1 to 3. Who's having the best performance so far this year? For me, I'm gonna go, this is crazy, dude. This is absolute crazy. But number 3, Lewandowski. His goals has been crucial, but Lamine Yamal is pure magic, and that's why I choose a number 2. But Rafinha, what Rafinha has done has surprised me to an incredible amounts of level. I never really would have envisioned Rafinha to reach this level. Incredible stuff from Rafinha. He takes my award from the best player so far for Barcelona this season. Let me know who are your top 3. So now, guys, one thing left to do. We have to talk about my player ratings. I want to give you player ratings for every single individual player that we saw. To start off, I'm going to go with none other than Iñaki Peña. I'm going to give Iñaki Peña, you know what, I'm going to give him a 9. I think 10, you need to be absolutely incredible, but he hasn't put a foot wrong. He could have been a little bit better with the ball at his feet, but after that, incredible scenes. Iñaki Peña, right back, let's go with Koundé. I think Koundé had a solid game. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm being very harsh here because I'm a perfectionist, you know? That's the sort of guy I'm going to be, like a Pep Guardiola. You can always improve. 8 out of 10 for Koundé. Really good game. He really kept Vinicius silent. And sometimes Vinicius did get the best of him because, let's be honest, Vinicius is I think he is the best left winger in the world. So it's always going to be hard to mark him. And there were in the first half certain instances where Vinicius did beat Koundé. But after that, he was always solid. He was winning fouls. He was stopping Vinicius. He came also very good as a stopper. He did a very good job overall, so good on Koundé. Next up, we got Cubarsí. I think Cubarsí was one of the weakest points from Barcelona. I do think that. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 because, I mean, he did contribute at all, but I think in everything he contributed, but I thought he was at the start a little bit shaky. He was not having the best of times against Mbappe or Vinicius, but below any of that, it will be just criminal. Next to him, Íñigo Martínez, I think was excellent. I really think he was potentially one of the best players on the field as well. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think he doesn't reach levels of Iñaki Peña, but he's the best defender up there. I think Balde also had an incredible game going forward. He always gave trouble to Jude Bellingham and really kept him silent. And you already saw it spoiled my rating. But I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well out of 10. I think Balde was incredible. He really gave, like I said, a headache to Bellingham, and he was constantly winning the ball, moving forward. He was progressing the attack. In the first half when we had trouble, moving forward, he was the main outlet out there on the left-hand flank, and he was constantly one of our main attacking threats. So Balde, I think he does deserve to go in that position with a rating of 8.5. Next up, I'm going to go with Casado. I think Casado, the assist, everything he has done in this game, the work rates, I'm between an 8.5 and a 9. But I think he deserves a 9. I think he deserves the 9. I think he deserves the 9 because of everything he has done in this game. He was really, really a workhorse. And with the pass on top of that, with the assist, beautiful from Casado. What a gem Barcelona has found. And a different one as well at that. Because he's not the same as a Gavi or a Pedri. He's a much more of a proper CDM. And even with that, with being the proper CDM, he's incredible with the ball at his feet. So Casado, I'm going to give him a 9. Pedri, I think he was in such a rampant game where we're having a lot of troubles to keep the ball in the first half. Pedri was the pause, Pedri was la calma. Pedri was the one who gave direction and sense to what Barcelona were doing. So I'm going to give him an 8.5 after that because I think he worked his ass off, but they're just not far better players, but better players that did an impact in this game. But overall, Pedri was insane. I'm not scrutinizing anyone here, guys. I'm saying everyone did amazing. Really, really did amazing. I'm just gonna give a 10 to, for me, who is the best player or the man of the match. Next up, we have Lamine Yamal. I think Lamine Yamal with the goal and being such a proper threat. He also played through the middle quite some times. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think Lamine Yamal also did a very good job here in this game. He really showed up when he needed to, scoring that goal with the right foot at a moment where it was crucial. 8.5 for Lamine. Fermín López, I think, is the weakest of the bunch. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think that's the difference. I want you to take a look at the ratings and how much different from one another, but none of these ratings are bad. All of them have a good above average game. Middle of the ground would be 5, right? So I think Fermín was better than that. He was above average, but he wasn't reaching the other levels of other players. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to give Fermín López there. In the left wing position, we have Rafinha, and I think that Rafinha also had a good game, particularly in the second half. He wasn't being so impactful, but then he recovered. So I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well. I think that Rafinha certainly benefits from when there's much more space in front of him, and that you can really see in the second half. So that's where I want to put Rafinha. And up top, I'm going to give the number 10 to this guy, to Robert Lewandowski. I think he had an incredible, incredible game. He's the man of the match for La Liga. For me, I already said he's Iñaki Peña. But, I mean, it does make sense to give Lewandowski, the 10 out of 10. I think the importance could be different for Iñaki. Maybe, should I change it, guys? Should I change it? Maybe I will. You know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to give... no. The thing is that goals are very important. And I think that at the end of the day, even though my man of the match is Iñaki Peña, I do see that Lewandowski got that award. I do think he had an incredible game, scoring the 2 goals, constantly dropping back and gaining the ball, giving that extra breathing room for, our attackers to get back into position so that they can counterattack, press the ball. Lewandowski led everything in this game. And I think that it was one of the best games that we've seen so far, and really know the quality, the sort of talent that we have. 45 million euros Barcelona paid for this, and I think it's worth, it's worth with everything he has done at the club. Do you think this signing was worthy for Barcelona? I certainly do think so. So now, guys, that's going to be it for me at the moment. Such an incredible, well, for me is an afternoon. I don't know what time in the world is for you guys, but I hope you have enjoyed this party This is football at a nutshell, and Barcelona are always part of that. So sleep tight, have a nice evening, celebrate, because this is such an incredible week. We beat Bayern Munich in the way that we did. We beat Bayern Munich the way that we did, and then now Real Madrid. Incredible scenes, guys. Celebrate. I'm gonna do a video talking about the new things we've learned maybe from El Clásico up next, so stay tuned for that as well. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.